butcher his name. Simicavius.
Oh, damn it. Vandenberg's not here.
Who?
Jordan Vandenberg.
Didn't Cheyenne McBooby play for these guys last time too? Cheyenne McBooby?
Nah, Melbourne.
He was my favourite player. Oh, okay, so on this he's Remy Simon. So I'm just going to call him Simon. Oh. Good afternoon and welcome to this State Championship Men's Round 7 matchup. It's the equal first McKinnon Cougars taking on the 8th placed Bellarine Storm is in what will be a huge match for both these teams leading forward into this season. Two more here, joined by State Championship women's player Georgia Varley, and Georgia, one win on the board. You guys are absolutely rolling at the moment, 7-0 this season. I don't want to talk about it too much because the commentators' curse is a thing, but definitely positive signs for you guys so far.
Yeah, look, tonight was a really good team win for us. You know, we've been challenged a little bit as well, so it was really good to get the win, and we're hoping we can back it up again tomorrow and keep that winning streak going.
Yeah, this matchup's big for both teams in very different reasons. Obviously, McKinnon absolutely rolling at the moment, equal first in State Championship men, sitting on top comfortably with the Hume City Broncos, both with 6-1. Keysborough sitting third on 5-1. Well, the Bellarine Storm they just need to, struggling to get their season going is probably the way to say it. 2-5 so far. Pretty much a whole new roster compared to last year, and you just feel that this, if any game, is the game to strike, because McKinnon tonight with a huge out. Not for a bad reason, but a huge out in Shaquille Maharaj, who is currently, I believe right now actually, playing in the FIBA 3-on-3 Hong Cheng-on Challenger. I hope I've said that right. So we wish him all the luck, but certainly going to be a challenge here for the Cougars tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the Storm, I think they're still trying to find their feet, get their rotations right. But yeah, definitely a massive out for McKinnon. I still think they've got some very quality players, so it is still going to be tough for the Storm, but I think they're up for the challenge, and I think if they, gel as a team like they have looked like they can in some games, then I definitely think McKinnon will have their hands full.
Maharaj, the leading scorer for the McKinnon Cougars this year, 22 points. Next in line is Remo Simon, 16 points, followed by Jordan Gear, but certainly a massive game for the Storm. The double-headed prong of Malik McKinney and Kerry Richardson have been ticking along nicely this season. Malik McKinney, 23 points a game, while Kerry Richardson averaging 18 a game. So these two are certainly getting into their work, and we're just waiting to see some positive results, you'd say, coming through. But we know this Bellarine Storm team can put on a show, and hopefully we get one tonight as we're about to start starting lineups for both teams. For the Storm, it'll be number 1, Malik McKinney, number 4, Ben Robertson, number 7, Louis Varley, number 24, Liam McInerney, and the big man, Kerry Richardson, rounding out the Storm at the 5. Well, for the Cougars, as we've got an early injury straight away. It looks to be okay, I think. I think he might have just slipped. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, there was no contact from Malik, so not too sure what happened there.
He has come up a little bit, Ginger.
Oh.
That is number 3, Mitch Barry. Mitch Barry's saying he got clotheslined, but I don't think anyone saw that. So play will restart. action-packed start so far. Gear goes inside to the big man. Shannon Fowler fading. No good. As Remo Simon comes up with the rebound. Liam McInerney tries his go at a different sport, but he'll stay with the Cougars. Late in the shot clock here, Barry has to get to work. Finds Smith, who pops it up. No good, massive rebound there from the big man, Kerry Richardson, and the Storm out to the races. Robertson had it picked by McQueen.
It was a positive defensive possession by the Storm there. Kept them all the way to the end of the shot clock and got not a shot that they would want.
I think when your season's not going so well, as Kerry Richardson starts straight away with it was a 2, not a 3. And you just got to acknowledge those little wins, those go possession by possession, because it's a long season and it often gets hard if you start to sort of results aren't going your way as Barry can't convert. And there's again another good possession from the Storm. The little wins help you get through these tough games. And a good defense there from Shannon Fowler. Got the block and blocked it off Malik McKinney.
I think it's definitely going to be a possession-by-possession game. I think if they get good stops on defense, they are able to run the ball. They just need to be able to finish.
So McKinnon moving the ball around. Barry, Gear, pardon me, does find Barry inside. Back to Gear. Attacks the rim, draws a contact. He'll head for the line for 2. Foul will be on number 4, Ben Robertson. Ben's first year in the Storm colours. Previously played with the Sunbury Jets last season, averaging 11 points so far this year to go along with 6 rebounds per game. Defensive hassle, Ben is.
Yeah, he's definitely been a good addition to the Storm. He's good size and can definitely stretch the floor, especially on offense and defense.
So 2-all, 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. McKinney up the top directing traffic and finds Varley. Yes, there is relation there.
Sometimes I don't like to say there is.
So, this Richardson's shot won't go. That'll be the matchup to watch. Fowler, Richardson. Yet to see it in full action. Barry, 3 is up and is good.
Definitely can't let him shoot the ball because he can get hot and he won't miss.
So the Storm, close game so far. Mitch Barry so far this season shooting 35% from the 3-point line. There's Richardson, 3 won't go.
Storm have definitely had some good looks. I think they're just not obviously finishing.
There's 2 more points there.
A bit easy, that one.
For number 7, Jordan Gear. I don't know about you, Georgia, but it feels very flat.
Yeah.
In here. Like, you almost need a highlight play like that.
There you
just
go.
to bring your teammates in, just to get the crowd in, as Liam McInerney's gone out and got some big heads just to try and get the crowd a bit more involved in this game. But you just feel like you said earlier, basketball's such a possession-by-possession thing. And all it takes is one possession to get a team into a game and get the ball rolling.
Absolutely. If you get that really good defensive stop and get that run on and a really good offensive play, then yeah, definitely brings a bit of hype to the team and get the mood going for sure.
So Richardson got 2 tries at that, couldn't get either. So still a 3-point margin here. Bellarine Sports Centre, round 7 action, state championship men. The 2 sevens go at it. As Jordan Gear gets around Louis Varley to finish. Extends the lead. Robertson looking to put the moves on his defender. Has to work hard for those 2 points, but gets his to go and opens his account for tonight's match. Georgia Varley looks at me very inquisitively. I think she's going to come up with a great comment as the putback there from Simon is good, and both teams just trading baskets at the moment. Robertson up the top finds Richardson. He's good here, loves to fade away as we see it. Basket, ball hits every part of the ring and the ball's in play.
It's a rough one.
It'll be last touch tonight. Have a feeling it'll get reversed. So we'll just wait for confirmation. So it will stay with the Cougars after that deliberation. So action resumes. Barry, been good so far this game, had his fingerprints all over the basketball.
Good D.
Throws it away.
Oh.
Robertson's pass is way too hot for Kerry Richardson.
I think Storm just needs to get it to their point guard so they can kind of run something. I think they get a little bit excited and don't have any structure, so then I think that's where they kind of come unstuck. They've got the players, but they, just don't have the composure at times.
So foot violation there for the Cougars. So it just feels like both teams just still feeling each other out, still trying to get a gauge on how the game's going to go. We're halfway through the first quarter. Cougars lead it by 5. Robertson got the gap on his defender and gets the friendly roll, and
Nice pass.
Up to 4 points. Barry stuck at the top. Pass was wayward. Richardson had to fight for it. Didn't end up with it. Instead, it's McQueen for 3. Nice shooting form from Joshua McQueen. That one's hurt. He's straight away back on D, guarding Robertson. The pass was thrown at McInerney's feet.
I think Ben needs to put that one up there.
McKinney guarding Gia, who gets the basket and will convert the M1. McKinney will pick up his first foul, and we'll see our first set of substitutions for tonight's match. See number 15, Luke Payenberg check in. Have I got that wrong? Thank you, Georgia. Levi Smith correction. And for the Storm, Liam McInerney and Ben Robertson checking out. And Jack Tyrrell and Max Koss checking for their first minutes. So certainly a slow start for the Storm, currently down by 11. Need to get things going. And again, another turnover. Nice move there from Remy Simon. Gets his defender beat. 2 more points go to the Cougars. 21-8 early. As there is an offensive foul on the play.
I don't know, maybe Storm maybe need a timeout. Oh, that's what they're getting.
They must be listening, Georgia, as we have a timeout on the play. Also an offensive foul on that possession on number 9, Jack Terrell. His first, but I don't know about you, Georgia, but right now to me it just feels like the Cougars are in full control and almost feels like they haven't got out of second gear.
Absolutely. They're pretty much getting whatever they want at the moment. There's no real help defense. I don't know, maybe they need to kind of trap on the on-ball because they're just getting stuck on every on-ball screen. But there's really no help defense either. They're just kind of getting to the rack or they're getting that extra kick out and that shot. And, you know, they're shooting amazingly throughout the season. So they kind of need to hunker down on that scout and get it to shooters that don't really want to shoot the ball.
And it just feels like right now that the Storm are trying to rush it when they don't need to rush it. Like it feels like they're sort of trying to throw that skip pass across the court when it doesn't need to be thrown. Is that something that Coach Bugenhall talks about in this timeout, that they just need to get through their sets and trust their playbook in getting them scores?
I would definitely hope that was what was said. I think, you know, you've got some players on the floor that definitely know, you know, they've played high-level basketball, so hopefully they've also made some comments in there and they can kind of show their experience and they can call it back here a bit and, you know, at least get it to within 10 points to end this quarter.
Again, like we said in the women's game, basketball's such a game of runs. If you can get a little bit of momentum behind you, it can flip a game in a matter of minutes.
Absolutely.
So certainly a massive stop here for the Storm would start that run. Nice floater there from Jordan Gear.
That definitely hurts. I mean, although that didn't go in, I think that was quite, you know, good by the Storm to run the ball. They got a good shot out of it. Max can shoot the ball, so it will go in if they keep doing that.
So rare sight. Kerry Richardson running the point guard. For this possession, they find Terrell. He gets stuck at the 45. Varley attacking downhill. Nice little dish to Richardson. Ball gets poked out. And the Cougars coming the other way. They are just running rampant here in this game. And there'll be a second foul here on number 9, Jack Terrell. That'll be his second in a matter of minutes. Coach Bugenhall opting to leave him out there. So frustration starting to set in early here. Storm with 14 fouls. Cougars just the one this quarter. There's Gear. Can't get it to go. Richardson secures the rebound. The Storm are out. McKinney leading the charge. Kick to Cos. Around to Richardson. Dribble move went nowhere. Cos couldn't control it.
I think Max needs to kind of shoot that kick out there. You know, as I said, he can shoot the ball. So he needs to get his eye in. He needs to shoot that. Malik drew the defense.
That pass there didn't go anywhere. Louis attacking the rim. And the Storm finally get 2 more points on the board. And hopefully we might see a run as Louis Vans rejoice in the crowd. Max Cos currently shooting 30% from the 3 this season. It's Gear. Can't get that to drop, and potentially the start of a run here for the Storm. Minute 45 to go. McKinney steps back. 3 rattles home. The Storm now on a 5-point run. Just trying to dig themselves out of this hole before quarter time. Pitch back pass to Fowler for 3 is good. It's the big man. Gets that one up. Gets his 5th point. It's McKinney. Looking to use the screen. Finds Varley to Richardson. 4-3. Wanted to trade threes with Fowler. Can't get it to go. Barry's eyes darting. Instead finds it to Baird. So they go to Smith. Inside to Fowler. Richardson had to play defense from behind. And will pick up the foul. That will be his first. send Shannon Fowler to line for 2.
McKinnon, I don't know, they kind of have a really good inside presence, and then they have an amazing outside presence as well. So definitely would be very hard to defend, because you do really well inside, and then they just kick it out, and they've got, you know, lockdown shooters.
So substitution on that play. Jack Tyrrell checking out, and Seth Garcia check back in.
Storm are going small ball, apart from Kerry out there.
Correct. But you look at McKinnon's lineup, they're also, you would say, in small ball. Obviously, Luke Payenberg is actually in the game this time. Him and decides to go on his own. Can't convert. Richardson with the offensive rebound. Goes back up and will head to the line for one more. Richardson heads to the line for one more. Thanks, Bridget. Thanks. Oh, yeah, true. It's Bridget Redstad, everyone. So Richardson converts that one. Barry, as there's a bit of tussling under the ring. There will be an offensive foul on Hugh Romanes. So Coach Walsh a bit, actually quite frustrated at Romanes after that one. I didn't actually see what was going on. Bridget Retzat distracted me.
I'm not actually sure why he's frustrated, but yeah.
I believe it was a silly foul. I believe he was
Right.
wrestling with Max Zalakos under the ring.
Gotcha.
So they go inside to Robertson. Barry does a good job to keep Robertson out of the key and stop the shot. And so Barry, and there'll be another foul. So Zalakos and Romanes just trading blows at the moment. Zalakos got it this time. And the frustration's just starting to slip in. Georgiavali gets tucked into her kebab. It's a well-deserved one.
Fuel up for the game.
Fuel
tomorrow.
up for the game tomorrow. A healthy Caesar's kebab. So Garcia uses the screen of Richardson, doesn't go anywhere with it, instead finds Louis. Quick trigger free from Varley is no good. And McQueen comes up with it. Skip pass to Barry. He's been fantastic this quarter. What a pitch back pass to Romanes for three. It's short. Richardson had to work hard for the rebound. Gets it stolen. Fowler attacks him. Can't convert. Another rebound for Richardson. And he's out to the races. Nice Euro step over his defender. And 2 more points for Kerry Richardson. Takes him up to 9 points. 6 rebounds to go along with that. Mitch Barry, quick trigger three. Rare sight for him tonight. Missed three as Robertson slicing, dicing, and not converting. And that's a telltale sign of tonight's matchup. Storm just struggling to finish.
Definitely think he had a little bit more time than he thought he did.
As there's a foul in the play. Foul will be on Ben Robertson, number 4. That'll be his second.
It was a tough one. It looked like all ball to me, but maybe there was more from the other angle.
As there will be a timeout called by the Cougars. Just to talk things over, margin still 22 points. But in a more lighter note, the Bellarine Storm will be hosting a trivia night in the coming weeks to raise money for the club. The club currently pushing for a brand new stadium in the region, but the Bellarine Basketball Trivia Night, Friday the 18th of June. 6 p.m. dinner followed by a 7:30 start for trivia at the Sporting Globe in Geelong. Tickets are selling fast, so make sure you get in. $30 a ticket. We attended the last one, Georgia, and it was quite a fun time. I'm not going to talk about the result because
I think it was a bit rigged, but
there was a crime that happened that night. But
sure.
Certainly, if you can get along, make sure you get down, you support the local club and enjoy a fun night. But as we turn our attention back to the game, McKinnon Cougars in full control of this matchup, leading by 22 points, made that 23 after the made free throw from Jordan Gear. Little shout out to Baden Giblet, who's watching in WA. He's like our producer over in the other country. He makes sure that we're running okay.
Just a team player, Baden is.
Just a team player. Well, it's probably early over there. It would be. It's
be.
only 5 o'clock.
Prime viewing.
Prime viewing. So McKinney just walks the ball down. Buy himself a little bit more time. Robertson finds Richardson inside. There'll be a foul on the pass. Foul will be on number 0, Shannon Fowler.
I think play on that. We had a good score on that one.
Cause and effect. Zalakos finds Varley, curling from the baseline. Long 3, well too long. There'll be another foul on the possession. It'll be Shannon Fowler again. That'll be his second personal, second in a matter of a minute. And Richardson will head to the line for 2, and Fowler will take a rest, and we'll see number 1. Remo Simon check back in. Kerry Richardson makes the first. And gets the second. 22 points of margin, minute and a half to go till half time, and I think the Storm wouldn't want that to come any quicker. They've struggled this quarter. Jordan Gear spins into a defender, can't get anywhere, and chucks up a poor shot. McKinney draws a contact and somehow gets that ball in the ring. A little bit of a circus shot there that ignited a little bit of energy into this crowd. Smith kicks to McQueen. Back to Smith, back to McQueen. Back to Smith. Smith decides to shoot. No luck. Richardson comes out of nowhere and draws the contact. Foul will be on at number 1, Remo Simon. And Richardson will make the long walk down to the free throw line to shoot his 2.
He's definitely been big for them with rebounds. I don't know how many he's got, but he's definitely in there 90% of the time getting those boards, so that's what they need.
He has half of the Storm's rebounds in 8 for the game, so 11 points to go along with that. So Kerry Richardson certainly having an impact. Malik McKinney, 12 points as well. So the 2 imports putting in the work tonight's matchup. Mind McKinnon missing Shaquille Maharaj due to playing the 3-on-3 challenger. As Romanes can't convert, and there's another foul. Bellarine Storm 3 trips to the free throw line in the span of the past 30 seconds. This time it's Ben Robertson. So you can bet on. Did you know you can bet on BigV? So. Good evening and welcome back to tonight's matchup between the Bellarine Storm and the McKinnon Cougars. It has been a much one-sided affair here. Bellarine Sports Centre in favour of the Cougars. Hugh Moore here with Georgia Varley. And Georgia, so far, like I just said, the Cougars are well and truly on top of this game. Missing their best player too in Shaquille Maharaj, who's playing in a 3-on-3 challenger. I don't actually know where that is.
I think it's in Korea.
Oh, why are you so quiet? There we go.
It's in Korea.
Maybe bring your mic a little bit closer to your mouth. Don't you?
It's no further away.
In Korea, right.
It's in Korea.
That's better. I can hear you now. So their 22-point game per game point guard is...
You certainly
out of
wouldn't know
action.
it with how
Correct.
they're playing at the moment. They've still got so many other good players in their team. So definitely, yeah, tough all round for sure.
So certainly heaps of improvement needed in the second half from the Storm, while the Cougars just need to keep doing what they're doing, and they'll cruise home on this game. So starting lineup for the Storm will be McKinney, McInerney, Robertson, Varley and Richardson. The Cougars will use their full timeout.
Wonder what they're talking about.
Well, actually, let's have a look. Bellarine Storm, no game tomorrow. McKinnon Cougars also with no game tomorrow. So both these teams just the one game this weekend. We're just waiting to start the second half. So both these teams not looking to rest anyone, not looking to forward to next week, to the next matchup the next day. So action will resume. McInerney guarded by Fowler. Finds McKinney, lifts. Got stuck in the air, tried to pass into Richardson, couldn't get it there. As there's a foul early on the plate. Foul will be on number 3, Mitch Barry. He's first. So Richardson off the inbound of Varley. Richardson looking to get into his work. Finds Robertson in the corner. Barry did a good job to get his hands in the passing lane. Jamie Crombie just lets us know how long's left on the shot clock. 8 seconds. Richardson dancing. Fowler did a good job to get his hand on the shot. Comes away with the steal. Jordan Gear up the top, looking for an option. Opts for a screen from Fowler, who rolls to the ring. Nice little elbow jumper from the big man, won't go though. Richardson to Robertson in the corner. 4-3, won't go. Barry secures another rebound. Takes him up to 5. Robertson doing a good job on D that time to cause a deflection. Now he's hassled by Fowler and Barry. Varley left wide open, Richardson underneath. Just missed the easy one. And then there'll be a foul on the play on McInerney. So 18-point margin. Got out to as much as 25 in that second quarter. The Storm managed to chip away and get it back down to 18 at half-time. Fowler goes inside. Nice little dish pass. Was a bit too hot for Remo Simon. And so Storm a chance here to just cut the margin down to its lowest since the first quarter. Robertson finds a rolling McInerney. And there'll be a foot violation on the play.
It's a big call. Didn't look like it changed the trajectory of the ball at all.
Might have actually worked in Liam's favour.
Yeah.
Popped up to him at the right height. So score won't count, but Robertson goes to work underneath. Blocked from behind. It'll be last touched off the Cougars. So Storm retain possession. Varley to inbound. McKinney cutting to the rim. Had 2 bites at it. And on the second one, got the basket to go. Takes him to 14 points in tonight's matchup. McInerney did a good job on D there, but Gear ended up with it. Now guarded by McKinney. There's a foul on the play. I didn't see who it was on. I actually didn't see what happened there either.
I think it was on Ben holding Shannon Fowler.
Right. I didn't actually. I was blocked in my view there. So Ben Robertson, 3 fouls in tonight's matchup. Barry kicks up to Gear, back to Barry, back to Gear, back to Barry. Bit of 1-2 basketball will work out for the Cougars as Barry cashes in that check and gets another 3 for him. 17 points so far in tonight's matchup. Mitch Barry only averages 10 points a game.
He's definitely stepped up with the absence of Shaq. So
100%.
I mean, he's more than capable. He's played in this league many times.
Any relation to Teague and Barry, you reckon?
I don't know who Teague and Barry is.
I believe she plays youth league. She has played a little bit of state champ too for McKinnon.
Oh, potentially.
So Storm trading baskets with the Cougars at the moment. Margin still at an 18-point, 19-point margin. McKinney, nice little pass in to McInerney. And a nice finish. And the Storm just showing glimmers of hope here for their fans. Not the season they expected. Oh, nice little dish in there from Joshua McQueen to Remo Simon. Both teams providing highlights for the fans that have came into this stadium as Malik McKinney touched earth as so we pardon the language in the background. Call was reversed. It'll stay with the Storm. McKinney couldn't get that jump shot to go. So Jordan Gear will come the other way. Touched earth on the last possession. Finds Barry. It's been electric this game and just continues to turn it up. Unlucky on that one. It was a good job to stay in front of Robertson. And now someone during half-time has put some clear film over the rings because no one can get a shot in.
We like to call it the little elf that's on the edge of the rim in our state champ team when we can't make a shot.
The little elf.
Little elf.
Does the little elf have a name?
No, we haven't thought of one yet. I'll have to ask Jamie Crombie if we can get a name for that one.
Oh!
That hurts.
As Louis Varley has done probably the best defensive possession all game, and then Jordan Gear has thrown it and just somehow made that. I'd be filthy. Louis Varley couldn't answer back with one of his own. And Shannon Fowler will come the other way. Nice dish inside as Kerry Richardson puts that one off the glass. The Storm just staying in there as Richardson dishes off to McInerney, who draws the contact. Foul will be on number 1, Remo Simon. That'll be his second. Third, pardon me. As Max Cos checks in and Ben Robertson checks out. We'll also see Luke Painberg check in. And number 1, Remo Simon check out. The game's got a few highlights now.
That was, yeah.
Jordan Gear sending up prayers and nearly breaking the backboard, and then beautiful passes as McInerney gets both those free throws and will take a much-deserved break. So margin still hovering around that 20 points. Our team's trading baskets this quarter. Gear spinning, gets to the basket. Nice finish from him.
Just so composed when they get inside.
McKinnon Cougars still shooting at around 47% from the field in tonight's matchup, 40% from the three-point line. So they are going very efficiently, while the Storm shooting at 33% from the field. In Georgia, they're 1 from 15 from the three-point line. So
definitely hurts.
that will be certainly a talking point over next week. Nice backdoor pass from Gear to Peyton Borg. No good as Gear was nearly on the receiving end there. Cos in transition.
Only a 2.
Makes a long 2. That's a coach killer. Just take the half a step back. It's probably a player killer too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd have to be the worst thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Almost as Jordan Gear hits another 3 from almost the car park here at Bellarine Sports Centre. What would be the worst thing as a player, like yourself, as Malik McKinney gets that one to go, count the basket, went to the line for one more. As a player, what would you, here we go, top 3 worst things to happen in a game?
Ooh, that's tough.
Like as a player. I've put you on the spot here. What do you think? We have a substitution here. Luke Peyton-Borg checking out. You see Levi Smith check back in.
Probably a wide open fast break layup miss.
That one hurts.
Definitely hurts. When you make a really good pass to a big and they miss the layup, that one hurts.
Yep.
Or anyone really. You know, everyone can miss shots for sure. I don't know, a third.
Airballing a wide open 3, like
Yeah,
left
or-
on an island.
No, you know what? A foul shot.
Ooh,
Airballing a
that
foul
one-
shot. And
that
I
one-
think that's happened in the men's team a couple of times actually. But yeah, for sure.
Foul on that possession will be on Seth Garcia, number 3. That'll be his first. Another one, tripping over a line.
Sometimes your legs just don't step over them.
Hey, some courts have got elevated lines. That happens.
Absolutely. Another one's probably a getting ankle broken.
Oh, yeah. You get ankle broken, you're checking the baselines to see if anyone's filming.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of ankle breakers, Malik McKinney with a little inside out. As we've spoken that one into existence, Malik McKinney took Jordan Gear's ankles, and Jack Tyrrell finished off the play with a 3. There's the crowd now a little bit fired up. There'll be an offensive foul there on Josh McQueen. Didn't actually see what happened. I was a bit lost in Malik McKinney making someone touch earth. That's the second time he's done it to him. Look at him. He doesn't even, he's so chilled.
Again? Come on.
So McKinney attacking downhill. Nice little dump off
Hey,
pass.
that's a
Barry
very interesting.
did a good job to get his hand in there and ends up coming up with a turnover after stepping out of court. And now we have kids singing at the game. Don't know what they're singing as we have an offensive foul here. Legal screen here on Jack Tyrrell. That'll be his second personal. Third personal, pardon me. Fowler, hands off to Barry. Playing downhill, gets smothered in D. Manages to get the pass off to Smith. 3 is up and he's good for Levi Smith. There's McKinney. Finds Garcia, step through. Cos, nice little fading mid-range jump shot, rolls out. That little elf on the rim still hanging around. Garcia still can't get it to go.
Kerry's hustling out there, getting those rebounds. Just need to finish off those shots to give him that reward.
Kerry Richardson, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block in tonight's contest. So kick it to Fowler at the top. Creates a space. Attacks Jack Tyrrell. Nice finish over the top of his head. That's a great finish from Shannon Fowler. 2 more points for him tonight. Takes him up to 9. 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Richardson with space and time. Too much space and time. Fowler secures the rebound. The Cougars come the other way. Mitch Barry, been fantastic tonight in the absence of Shaquille Maharaj as he gets another assist to his tally. Fowler picks up 2 more points.
There just really is nobody on the McKinnon team that you can leave open. It's very nice by Malik. Good follow by Kerry again.
100% there, Georgia, and I think you look at this team's stats so far this year, their worst shooter on the team who's played a decent amount of games is shooting at 38%.
Yeah.
So the whole team is shooting at such a high clip this year. You just think that these guys are looking hard to beat. These guys in Keysborough. I think Keysborough are a sneaky team. Obviously, they've built such a core group with AJ Williams and Jared Newby. They're ticking along and they're doing the right things. But Hume City as well. Here we go. You're giving me a weird look. What are your thoughts on who do you think's the
No, I completely
early
agree.
contenders? We're not going to talk about state champ women because that's biased because you play. But teams to watch in state championship men. Obviously, right now the ladder goes Hume City, McKinnon, Keysborough. Then those 3 teams only dropping the 1 game. RMIT,
they've definitely been a surprise. They're new into the league and they've definitely been holding their own against the top teams.
And then
sure.
you go Shepparton, Melbourne Uni, Sunbury, all on 4 wins, 3 losses.
It's yeah. I mean, it honestly just depends on how each team shoots every game because there's been some very high-scoring games, very close games, some interesting upsets. I wouldn't say that there's probably one team that is a standout team, although this McKinnon team have looked very good tonight. You know, they did lose to Hume, but yeah, I wouldn't count McKinnon out again to definitely be whether they're in the finals or if not in the grand final. But yeah, it honestly just depends on, you know, how each team turns up each night because there are some very good teams in the league and it will be a big contest for finals for sure.
And I think even like looking down, you look down a little bit further to the ladder, teams like Wyndham who aren't having the best season are still not losing games by big margins. I mean, we look back to last week, Wyndham took on Melbourne Uni, who are in that middle sort of bracket, and they only lost by 8 points. They took on Hume City, only lost by 10. So certainly a very, you'd almost say stacked division in terms of talent. And any team can sort of get going and win a few games and make their way up the ladder.
Absolutely, Wyndham have been a massive surprise, pushing tough teams each week. They're a completely new team to what they were last season, the championship winning team. So, yeah, credit to them for pushing each team and not giving up. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a close finals run for every team. You have an off night, and I think you'll be losing for sure.
And that's what you want in a high level comp. Is it's every game is do or die. Like you could be you could be the number one team and you lose to the last team, and it changes the whole aspect of the competition. So
absolutely.
As we have a flop warning on the previous plate. Number 1, Malik McKinney. So there's just a bit of tension now coming into this game. Obviously just started the final quarter. The Cougars comfortably in the lead, 75-49.
Storm haven't given up though. You know, they've had some tough losses from the start of the season, but you don't actually see them ever give up, even if they are down by, you know, multiple digits. So,
and I think the other thing to note on that, Georgia, same as Wyndham, an almost brand new roster. Like,
yep.
You look down that bench, returning players from last year, Clancy Wheeland, Liam McInerney, Max Cos, Louis Varley.
Yep.
You've got 8 new players who all have to learn a whole new system.
4 of your starters from last season aren't here anymore.
Correct. So it's a whole different game, especially as speak of the devil. The 2-minute magic man, Vinnie Whelan, who somehow manages to score 7. Oh no, I've done it.
It's Clancy.
I do it almost every week. Clancy Whelan checks into the game.
And he's one player that will hustle after every single play.
Doesn't get much time on the court, but when he does, he makes sure that he is the best player on the court for those minutes.
Absolutely.
I think he averages 7 points because every time he plays, he scores 7 points.
Oh, another one. Another stinger.
Another stinger. That sideline must be creeping in a little bit.
He's got some nice shoes on, though.
Oh, a bit of a shoe check here.
They look familiar. Quite comfortable, if I do say so myself.
Oh, because Georgia Varley wears them. I do like Clancy Whelan's shoes. They are quite nice.
Clancy's.
Yeah. Easy to spot, like Courtney Straight's shoes.
Yeah, you know where she is.
The red Grinches, the
Absolutely.
signature red Grinches.
definitely are some colourful shoes out there tonight.
Remo Simon rocking the pink socks, pink shoes.
Yeah,
All about that.
early on pink round.
Early on pink round. When is pink round?
It is coming up. I do know that. So I'm sure us girls will definitely be rocking the pink socks and whatever pink shoes we have.
And I mean, it's always good to see every league in the in Victoria get around pink round, all the way from VJBL up to the top league in NBL 1. All get around.
Absolutely.
Such an important cause, not only in Australia but across the world. So as this game is now out to a 31-point margin, Garcia to Terrell. Finds Cos, who's cutting. Can't convert. Whelan.
There he is.
Offensive rebound. Cos, 4-3, gets that one to go.
It's all Clancy.
It's all Clancy, the Clancy Whelan effect. A rare 3 for the Storm tonight, just their third. Sigh of relief for Max Cos. Here's the Cougars moving it around. Foul on the plate. Will be on number 9. Jack Tyrrell. 7 minutes, 15 to go in this fourth quarter. Remo Simon.
They have rarely missed from outside tonight.
48% from the three-point line.
Very impressive. Very hard to play against if you're trying to stop a layup and then kick out to a 3.
As the tide may be starting to turn for the Storm. 2 threes in a row in 2 possessions for them. Margin still at 28 points. A long way home for the Storm. There's Levi Smith as both teams trading threes now. That's 4 in a row. 2 from each team. Garcia attacks the ring, slices, dices, and counts that one. A nice little move from the guard. His first season with the Storm as well. Foul will be on Levi Smith. His 4th. Garcia spent last season in the NBL 1 men's squad down at Geelong United. So for that, spending some time over in the States playing college basketball. So Baird finds Simon. Kick out to Levi Smith. Hit one before. Can't get that one to go. Nice little tap from Barry. As Simon works hard under the ring. And he'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 10, Max Zalakos. It'll be his 4th personal 2. So a fair few players in foul trouble. Levi Smith for the Cougars with 4. Max Zalakos for the Storm with 4.
A few fouls called in the game tonight. A lot of players on a few fouls. Very contested game.
Very physical game, actually.
Yeah.
Even Clancy Whelan, crowd favourite. Can't get that one to go. Cougars pushing the floor. Barry, exceptional tonight. Filling the huge shoes of Shaquille Maharaj as there's a foul in the play and a nice finish from Hugh Romanes. He'll head to the line for one more. Foul will be on at number 13. Clancy Whelan. Not his brother, Vinny. I do miss Vinny. Shout out to you, Vinny, if you're sitting at home. You're probably not. Marnes misses the 2nd.
I think that's a coach killer. Offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
The foul called on the plate. On a more positive note for the Storm, you did mention offensive rebounds as a coach killer. Storm actually winning the offensive rebounds this game. We saw it in the last game. McKinnon were winning the offensive rebounds for pretty much the whole game in the women's game, and now it's the opposite here in this game as there's multiple players on the deck. Jack Terrell will pick up a foul. That will be his 5th personal. So he will take no further part in this game. And we'll see Liam McInerney check back in for the contest. You're talking before, Georgia, about fouls. Obviously, Jack Terrell just fouled out. Ben Robertson has 3. Max Zalakos has 4. Well, for the Cougars, Luke Painberg has 4. Levi Smith has 4. Shannon Fowler has 3. And Remy Simo has 2. So certainly a few key players in foul trouble, but with 5 minutes left and a 30-point margin, McInerney checked back in after that foul out from Terrell. Cos couldn't get the 3. Zalakos with a big rebound. Works hard for it and works hard for the basket.
Very nice.
Promising signs from the young fella. His 4th and 5th points for the game. Mitch Barry, only 10 points a game. Only 10 points a game. Has had 17 this game. And played heaps more minutes than he usually would. Normally averaging only 20, up to 31 so far tonight. So, but also has been absolutely electric tonight.
Yeah, as I said, everyone on the floor is definitely a threat for McKinnon. So, you know, when the spotlight isn't on you the whole time, you can definitely play how you want to play. And he's been able to do that for sure.
And then we look down the line. Shannon Fowler, 13 points. Remo Simmons, 15. Mitch Barry, 17. Jordan Gear, 23. And then you head to the bench. Josh McQueen, 9. Levi Smith, 11. So points just coming from everywhere. Only one player not to score in this game for the Cougars. It's this man right here. Luke Patenborg also has 4 fouls, so he might foul out before he scores. But Max Cos,
Another long 2.
another long 2, another coach killer.
Courtney Williamson knows all about little long 2s. She loves to put her foot on the 3-point line when she shoots it.
Kira Manez, 2 points to his account. Whelan thought about the 3. Instead uses the screen of McInerney. Cos, quick trigger 3. Can't get that one to go. Baird had to work hard for it. Romanes finishing under the contact. And he scored 4 points in a row. This game continues to balloon out to 35. Nice little fancy pass from Seth Garcia. Cos couldn't convert the 3. 3 minutes still to go in this matchup. It's Barry.
Oh.
A rare soft wedgie, you'd almost say. It just... Oh. Wasn't jammed in there. It sort of just got stuck. So Mitch Barry will check out, and we'll see number 18, Josh McQueen, check back in. Garcia to Cos, back to Garcia. Looking for an option, goes back to Cos again. Nice little mid-range for Cos, won't go. But Pakenborg picks up the tip off McInerney. Baird uses the screen. Oh, it's the pass from Papenborg to Levi Smith. Went out of bounds. Garcia to McInerney, to Zalakos, to Garcia, dancing on his defender. Nice little move from the guard. Seth Garcia gets his defender dancing. He gets a nice little finish around the rim, 5 points. Are you going to the trivia night, Georgia?
Yes,
I believe
I'll be there. I think I'll be on Where's Courtney's table.
I believe we've got 3.
Yeah, are we all going to be called Where's Courtney? Or
Where's Courtney 1, 2 and 3?
we can't let the tradition...
I don't think we can.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit sad, actually. I'm terrible at trivia, so I'm just there for the food.
Great feed at the Sporting Globe too.
Yeah, that's why I'm going. I'm sure the night will be fun, just like it was last year. But yeah, don't ask me for any random knowledge or trivia knowledge.
You were pretty good at it last time.
Nah. I
Seth
just know
Gus.
he's cooking.
Seth Garcia just reaching deep into his bag of tricks. 2 fancy plays the past 2 plays. Nice little pitch back. Papenborg hasn't made a basket. Still to make a basket. Only player for the Cougars yet to score. Zalakos gets his defender in the air. Finds Koss. No luck on that 3. The Cougars out to the races with numbers. As Josh McQueen gets past his defender and just gets that one to go. Whelan settling the play. Nice play there from Baird.
Oh, that's a bit...
As his teammate didn't want to go up for the dunk, so it'd be a bit filthy. You get charged with a turnover for that.
Yeah. Just take 2 points, I think.
Bad pass or missed shot.
Well, true.
Foul on the play will be on number 33, Hugh Romanes. We'll send... No, we'll be on the sideline. 14 seconds on the shot clock, minute 10 to go. Cougars lead 100 to 66. Garcia, nice little dish out to Whelan. There'll be a foul on the play. Foul will be on number 18. Joshua McQueen. His lights are quite bright. Garcia will head to the line for 2.
It's quite funny. You go to some stadiums and you stand on some angles under the ring and around the ring, and all you see is like the light shining in your eyes. It's quite distracting at times, but I think our lights are all right here. We
They
don't
are.
have any spots where it's blinding or anything.
What's the best stadium you've played at, Georgia, in your whole career? Oh no, he's done it again.
It's the third one.
Heel on that sideline. It's deadly.
The lines must be short. Like
Must be.
court must be a bit
Yeah.
smaller here.
Favourite stadium ever, like in your whole playing career, whether it was in juniors or in seniors or just domestic?
I mean, the new Bendigo Stadium was pretty nice. The new one that they've got there. I thought of the stadiums we play at in this division are they're not new ones, they're quite old.
I'd have to say Blackburn, actually.
I've not played there, we don't play Blackburn.
Right.
Yeah.
We were there 2 seasons ago
Yeah.
for Youth League, and it's a nice stadium. One stadium I remember vividly 2 years ago. What year was it? 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Division 1 men's grand final, Shepparton. It was rocking in that place.
And who won that one?
Bellarine Storm, because I said the week before that Nathan
Storm.
Grombeck couldn't shoot threes, and
There he goes.
the league found out that Nathan Grombeck could shoot threes.
He definitely can shoot them, he just never shoots them, but now he's definitely shooting more of them.
Yeah, I remember the moment vividly. I remember copping so much flack for it because I said he couldn't shoot threes, and then he made me pay for it. No, I do have to say, Bendigo is quite a nice stadium with the seats out.
Yes.
Zalakos couldn't get that one to go. I was there for under 16 nationals. It was quite a cool experience. It's probably the closest you get to a college stadium
Yeah, for sure.
over here.
I mean, I like the arena. I think that's a good, like the court's nice. The atmosphere
It's
can be
quite-
very good. Yeah.
And it's quite enclosed, like you're
Yeah.
sort of, because the fans sit up a little bit higher than the court. You
And then
sort
you've
of,
got the boxes around their side.
SBC, NBL 1 South Finals. That's quite a good
State
stadium.
basketball, yeah, true. Oh, to have the funding to have a lovely stadium, hey?
We are working on that. New
Yeah.
stadium in the region would be fantastic. Whelan looking to put the dancing moves on. 8 seconds left in the game. Cos fading. Can't get that one to go, and McQueen will hold it up, but at the end of the full time here at this game, it will be the McKinnon Cougars winning comfortably over the Bellarine Storm, 104-69. On the back of Joshua Gear, 23 points. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Closely followed by Mitch Barry, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Talk about a game and a half for him. For the Storm, it was the import duo of Malik McKinney and Kerry Richardson combining 17 points each. Malik came away with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, while Kerry Richardson had 12 rebounds to his name. But as we head out, make sure Mother's Day tomorrow, make sure you spoil your mothers and have a nice day. Thank you again for joining us, Georgia.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure always having you on, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching.